Paul Pogba sends Manchester United fans mad. The Juventus bandwagon keeps on rolling. The Club World Cup is set for a makeover and doesn't really get any edgier than Bohemians' new away kit. That and more coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the Onefootballers and this is the Daily News. First up, let's talk about Paul Pogba, and well, the guy is just ridiculous and hilarious at the same time. Minutes after what was a pretty poor defeat at home to Juventus, he was pictured in the away dressing room with Juan Cuadrado taking pictures and smiling like everything was great in the world. Add to this the fact that he had a gift bag in his hand, which led to most people speculating that there was a Juventus contract in there for him as well. I mean, someone in Paul Pogba's PR team should have said, hey, it's probably best to not take pictures with the opposition moments after a bad defeat. I can't wait to see what Jose Mourinho has to say about this one, but Pogba, honestly, have a think about it. But moving away from Manchester United into Juventus, and really, I want to know what you guys think about them. So after winning 1-0 last night, people are talking about Juventus for the Champions League, or is this the greatest team they've had in years? For me, I can't help but think this is literally down to Ronaldo. Saying that Juventus are now suddenly good enough to win the Champions League is pretty offensive also to all the teams that have gone before them. They've got to 2 finals in the last 4 seasons. They've had a decent team for years, barring Bonucci going to AC Milan and back, barring Pogba leaving and now Gigi Buffon's at PSG, and they've also been smashing their league title apart from running Napoli close last season. So I don't quite understand why, just now, people are talking about Juventus. Well, actually I do, and of course, it's Ronaldo. It's crazy to think that someone just joining a club, and obviously he's one of the best players in the world, can have such a massive effect. Now I know he's made the league more interesting, he's made other players want to join just to play against him. But seriously, it's pretty insulting to the rest of the Juventus team who have been doing a stellar job for years. However, having said that, I do think they are actually probably one of the favourites along with Manchester City and Barcelona, so I could just be talking rubbish in some sort of roundabout way. What do you guys think of Juventus though? Let me know in the comments section if you think they are actually favourites or whether it's just the Ronaldo bandwagon. But moving away from that as well, and to FIFA President Gianni Infantino, who has some questions to answer on this Friday's summit in Rwanda. The FIFA Council getting together to discuss the potential of revamping the Club World Cup. Now, UEFA were opposed to this, which led to discussions being put on hold just before the World Cup. However, now they're opening talks again about a possible 24-team competition being held instead of the Confederations Cup every 4 years. Now, let's be honest, this competition is nothing more than a money spinner. In this day and age, football is all about the money, so the Japanese and Saudi investors are obviously going to want to get some sort of return on the billions they're putting into this competition. But according to Infantino and FIFA, they want Manchester United and Liverpool to be 2 of the 24 teams competing in 2021. How are you supposed to know who's competing in a Champions of Champions competition 3 years before the event actually happens? Well, it's no coincidence that these 2 teams have the biggest fan bases around the world, so again, it's all about money. For me as a football fan, this is pretty annoying, as partly I want to see the players get rested, and secondly, I hate to think that football is being run by people outside of the game who don't really have much of an interest in it. But as they always say, money talks, so it's something that football fans we're going to have to get used to. But ending on a more positive note, and make sure you check out Bohemians' new away kit. The Dublin-based side have paid homage to Bob Marley, who played in 1980 at Dalymount Park, by creating a new kit with a green, red and yellow stripe down the side and Bob Marley's face printed on the bottom half of the shirt. If anything, I think it's kind of smart actually. It's certainly way better than that ridiculous Nigeria kit from the World Cup, which everyone seemed to think was impressive, when really it looked like a bit of a catastrophe. It appears to me that one bloke kind of said it looked cool and then someone else did, and then everyone just jumped on the bandwagon, but I guess that's how social advertising works these days. If anything, that's probably a really unpopular opinion, but as Bob Marley would say, I'm just trying to stir it up. Bad jokes aside though, that's all we've got time for, so why don't you click here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on Onefootball, including a special Neymar transfer talk this afternoon. So make sure you look out for that, smash the like button down below, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.